what's up, party people? It's me, Missy, your spiritual fitness coach. And I'm back, yes, with another episode of Circle of Friends 2021 edition. I'm so excited to introduce you to this wonderful, beautiful being who's going to come on here and just share so much of her joyful energy and her joyful light that, I'm excited to just get y'all started off on the right foot this year, right? We got so many goals, so many intentions, and I just want y'all to get inspired. What's up? Nairi, I've been trying to reach out to you. I've been meaning to reach out to you. Hold on, girl, in a second. All right. Is she here? There she is. What's up, beautiful?
Hello. Sorry.
I'm going to turn my volume up.
Hello.
Welcome to my show.
Thank you for having me on.
Oh yeah, no problem. So let's tell everybody who you are.
Oh yeah. So I'm Ashley Collins. That's my government name. I'm also the Aunt of Dragons on my social media platforms. And yeah, I just document my life right now.
Oh, I love it because you have such a joyful energy. It's like, share that. I'm so glad you're sharing that with everyone.
I try. I really try.
Good. And I was watching some of your interviews. I love the poet you had on there recently. Her poem about, was it Maybe I'm a Ghost? Or I forgot what it was called. But
yeah,
talking about.
It was.
Go ahead.
It was Cynical Insomniac. The poem was titled Footprints, and talking about how she felt like as a ghost of her identity, but we are all ghosts in general because we do things. This is, oh my God, the video I was listening to before this, I was trying to listen to comedy videos before I came on here because I didn't want to be too serious. Yeah. But I was listening to this one video talking about how the view from halfway down, okay, so you watch The Matrix, right?
Yes.
So you know the red pill and the blue pill, right?
Yes.
So you're supposed to take the blue pill because you're going to be enlightened.
Yeah.
But they don't tell you that you need to take at least one red pill. You need at least one red pill. That way you're aware of what's happening to you. And
so if you never had this experience, hold on. So if you never had that experience, then you're not aware of what even awake means, is what you're saying?
Exactly, yeah.
There'd be no contrast.
Exactly.
Yes. I just wrote about this in my last post, but I sometimes I get too deep. I think it goes over people's heads. But I called it precious pressure, right? There's good with the bad. There's divine discord. There's creative chaos. But it all has to, it gets like this, and we get to find the beauty in it. We get to find the lesson. Hello, 2020. Did you find the lesson yet? Have you found the gold in all that crap,
Yes, because yes, exactly, and that's like you said, that's how you find the gold in the mountains. Like you have to go inside the mountain. You can't just look at it,
Yeah. So that's interesting. That's interesting. You're like, I'm gonna watch happy stuff, but I feel like there's dark and there's light. It comes together. There's good. There's bad. There's joy in the dark, heavy stuff, but you got to find it. Haven't you noticed that most comics, oh, you're frozen. Does that mean I'm frozen too? Am I talking to myself? Okay. You're back. Okay. So I was just saying there's light and dark in everything, but even comics, the funniest people on earth have the darkest stories and the biggest hurts, I think, if you really look at their lives, right?
I think that comics have life nailed to a T, and we don't listen to them because we're like, oh, they're just being silly, but they've really nailed it for us. And we're not paying attention to what they're actually saying. I listen to comedy all the time. My morning routine is motivational video.
No, she's slow again. Oh, no. I have 2 bars. How many bars you got? Yeah.
Hold on.
Can you repeat all of that?
My Wi-Fi just went out. I apologize. That's weird.
I have,
Can you hear me at
I
all?
can hear you now. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
That's very interesting. My Wi-Fi is like just okay. But I was saying that my morning routine involves watching at least two motivational videos and then at least 30 minutes of comedy. So that it reminds me not to take life so seriously.
I love that. That's great. That's great. Mine is like prayer, meditation, tapping. Mine's very like serious. I feel like now I gotta go
Wait, you said tapping?
tapping. EFT tapping. Do you know about?
Oh, I thought you were like dance tapping. I was like, yo, yo,
There's a joint
like
that.
I need to step it up.
Well, I still do have my tap shoes. I just haven't tapped in a very long time.
You tap?
I took one semester of tap. I'm a dancer, so I tried all different art forms, but tap was so fun. I took it when I was in college, and there was a group of friends, and we were all together, and we were more like jazz, hip hop dancers. We did musical theater together, and our tap teacher hated us because we sucked. Like we were brand new at it, right? But we were like, hell no. It was like a
No.
bunch of flunkies all in one group. And so we got so determined and we cleaned that shit up and we made it so good. Our teacher was shocked when it came to finals. Like we killed it. We actually got better during the semester.
I only took three tap classes. My last one, I took it with children. I was like, you know what? This is embarrassing. The 10-year-olds can have it. You know,
Yeah.
I don't need to learn tap right now. You know, are you still performing now?
No, I just do it for fun. I was teaching dance fitness, but now I'm not because there's no gym to teach it in. And I've just gone more into the coaching space. Like that is just really where I want to give all my time and attention. What's up, Tiffany? Um, because that's where I'm being called to serve right now. I still help people
Yeah.
with fitness because it's all connected, right? Mind, body, soul, fitness is what I do. But I'm not interested in teaching regular classes or anything. I offer it with my coaching programs and my one-on-ones, but not like, oh, let's have a, well, I am working on my YouTube channel, but it's not going to be all about fitness, you know?
Do you find that you miss performing sometimes
Of
though?
course. Yeah, without a doubt. I was telling my other friends, it was like you miss the group interaction is really what it is, like community,
Yeah.
right? So I was like, damn, I'm really missing those 40 women who would come to class every day. It's like, wow, you miss the energy, you miss the connection, the conversations, and yeah, being in front of a crowd helps, right? It gets me motivated to perform and bring my best. Whereas if I'm just dancing at home by myself, I probably won't dance at 110%. I'm more like 80, you know? So it depends, yeah, but that's why I stay connected to my people. That's why I keep showing up on Instagram, Facebook, and just keep shining the love and light the way I'm being called to share it. And it's always been through fitness, it's always been through spirituality, and now it's become this blend of both.
Yeah. Yeah, I was God. All this I think this year in particular I've been really missing performing. But what I don't miss is the competition.
Mm. What did you
I
compete in?
don't oh my God, all the time, like I hope I get this pour over that person.
Oh.
That in general.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like I don't miss that.
Yeah.
I don't miss that feeling of I got that part over them, but like they're my friend, you know,
So you're auditioning for shows or
for shows, yeah.
okay. Yeah.
Yeah. I have a theater background as well,
Okay.
so
Okay. Like
yeah.
let the people
Sorry,
know.
context, yeah. So yeah, I have a theater background as well, but I stopped. God, it's been like 4 years now. It's 2021. It's been 4 years since my last show, and I miss it, but then I don't.
Yeah. It's like you get to find that creative space for yourself and perform in other ways, right?
Yes, with blogging, yes, definitely 1,000%, yeah.
Cool, cool. Yeah, yeah, I love that. So what else are you doing these days?
That's it. just 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 vlogging, documenting, trying to figure out why I am that way that I am.
Hmm. Yeah. Well, you're a beautiful, bright light, so I know there's big purpose for you. There's some dharma there for sure. Yeah.
You really think so?
Yeah, girl, for sure. Yeah. So tell me then, how often are you doing Instagram lives?
Only up to three times a week. I try not to do more than that. I know people go live daily, and I'm like, you have a lot of time in your hands.
For some people,
but go
oh,
ahead.
for
No, you go
some
ahead.
people, I feel like that's their job. Like it's scheduled into their calendar. IG live, IG live. But some people are going 3-4 times a day. That's where I get tripped out.
Yeah.
Like, oh, okay, go.
That's too much. No, yeah, I only try to go up to 3 times a week, and I also like to craft my questions for the individual in particular, because I feel like your time is valuable to me. So I don't want it to be spontaneous. I don't want it to be like, oh, I'm cooking while I'm talking to you. Like, I want to give you my full undivided attention. You know, like, let's treat this like a real life interaction, but people can view it.
Yes.
So I want to dedicate that time on researching and studying that person, so that way nothing's kind of like, we're not strangers. I know you, but then I don't know you. Does that make sense?
Yeah. I'm the opposite. I love to freestyle. I like to let whatever comes through, but there is intention behind it, right? Intentionality.
Yeah.
And when I meet people and I connect, I'm like, oh, I need to have you on my show, just to, if anything, introduce you to people so they can know, oh, this woman exists and she's got this great energy and she's doing things and creating love and light, because that's what I'm all about, love and light, and creating more good in this planet. And I like to share that.
I think that's the performer in us, though, because we're used to like, okay, here's your scene partner, bond now, and it's like, okay, cool, we're gonna bond. I don't know who you are, but we're gonna figure this out together. You know, like, I think that's the performer in us, though.
Yeah, and just yes, all of that. The power of two or more, that creation, that flow. I live for that. Yeah, for sure, Nice. So, what have you been documenting specifically? What's the goal around? I'm documenting my life, my growth, 2020.
I've been doing this for, I gotta change the number now, 6 years. God. I've been documenting for 6 years. It started off with a breakup. I feel like I was really good at following the rules of life. You know, get a job, go to school, love your family, take care of your man, and then everything just fell apart. Right? And something that gurus say is write down how you feel. I don't like to write. I don't like to read. I mean, I like to read, but I like to read fiction, you know. So I just picked up my camera literally randomly. I said, how do you feel? And I just did that every day for like 3 months. I uploaded the video, and I didn't mean for it to be public. I just uploaded it just because. And then people resonated with it, so I continued with it off and on. Most recently, it happened again. I fell for a guy, and it didn't work out. So I'm trying to figure out now, recently, present tense, what is wrong with me that I have this pattern of falling for these. It's so funny. I was texting my best friend today, and she was like, you have a habit of falling for guys who look like men. Does that make sense? So I'm trying to figure out why I am the way that I am and how to correct it in order to enjoy this life.
Thank you for sharing that, and thank you for being so open about that. You share this with people. So I'm just curious if there's another way to look at it, that there is absolutely nothing wrong with you. Can you imagine that?
No.
So if there was nothing wrong with you and you were just operating out of a pattern or out of a crossed wire, something that just got mixed up, something that's not really true, but it's something you're operating on and it's attracting you to a certain type of person. If that could be corrected, how much of that is actually you?
I don't know.
Yeah. Because I don't see it as a you flaw. I see it as a pattern. I see it as something, a loop that we get locked into. And that's actually not you. Does that make sense?
That does make sense, yes.
Okay. So then how could you empower yourself to choose something different moving forward?
So I'm trying to figure out now.
So it's cool that you have that realization, though. It's like, okay, this is the second time around. What is this? And so you said, I keep falling for dudes that look like men. What does that mean? Like, what does a man look like to you?
Paul Bunyan.
Paul Bunyan.
Do you remember, what was, oh my God, what was that movie? I don't remember that movie, but like there was Paul Bunny. It was a bunch of like historical manly men characters, right? Like we grew up with Disney movies, like Gaston. Like he's not. Don't ignore his personality, but
Okay.
we all want to marry Gaston.
Big, tall, handsome.
Aquaman. Like we all want to marry. I looking at Aquaman, he's great. But underneath, he's like, oh, you don't do the dishes, like you don't know anything about finances, but it's okay because I'll take care of it for you, Like I'm always kind of like, it's okay, I'll take care of it for you, and then it's like, oh, I'm coddling you, I'm babying you.
Yeah. So I wonder what that is that's living in you, that's not you, but is aligning with that, right? So sometimes people have different traumas and they have different backgrounds, and then we meet up with that perfect person perfectly to heal each other.
Yes, trauma bonding.
Yeah.
I trauma bond very well.
Very good.
I do. I trauma bond very, very well. Yeah, unfortunately, like I said, I'm working on it. Recently, sorry.
No, I'm sorry. I dropped my crystal.
So I don't. I know I do have a dad. I'm obviously a human being. I do have a dad, but
Berkeley with two parents. Okay.
But he died when I was 2 years old, right? Oh, don't be sorry. I don't know what he looks like other than photos. But so my dad died when I was 2. My brother got ill when he was in high school. My sister got ill when she was in high school. I'm the next in line, right? So my thought pattern, I just recently realized this, is when is it my turn? When is it my turn to get sick and die? So I'm always planning for the end. So yeah, sorry. I hate that I'm smiling when I'm saying this. I'm smiling because it's a realization that I know now, and I know what to do to get over it.
I wouldn't judge it. Like, I'm not judging you. So you say that, I'm sorry, I'm saying that with a smile. I don't judge it. You're you, and you're at where you're at with what you're saying. Like, you're comfortable with it. Like, this is your life. This is your truth. And so I wonder, how is that serving you? Like, I wouldn't even look at that and be like, damn, that's bad. She thinks, she's got this thing happen. Now she's thinking that it's going to happen to her, and she's waiting for it. I'm not judging that. I mean, maybe that's something you have to go through. Maybe that's inspiring you to do other things that will lead you to a greater place than you wouldn't have been if you never experienced that.
I think that realization is definitely helping me. It's definitely helping me be skeptical of people, because I thought being an adult would be different. I thought that people would show you who they are in the first time, but they're not, which is very confusing to me right now. But I'm starting to see that veil. I'm starting to skip to the chasing in life.
That's great. So what do you think is helping you grow into that? Are you meditating? Do you pray? Are there spiritual practices that you use?
I'm nowhere near your level at all. I'm nowhere near your level at all, Missy. You're like level 100 on the gaming. I'm like level 2. But I do meditate.
No comparison. I have hours. Let's just say I have hours put in. Yeah.
I do meditate every day for at least 30 minutes.
Okay.
I take cold showers. I've been taking cold showers for 5 years now. Oh my God, that's so cool to say out loud.
I won't do it. I won't give in to that one. I won't. My hot
it's such a cult. Join our cult. Join our cult. And then I try to work out every day. With COVID and my sinuses, it's kind of
Challenge.
this whole fear thing's making me very scared to even walk outside sometimes. But I try to get active at least every day. So that's my spiritual thing.
Yeah, well, you're doing the work, obviously, and it shows. So that's why I asked, and I knew you would have an answer for me because for you to say that you're developing this awareness, right? That's a key term. I'm like, she's doing some work, some inner work, even if it is just the vlogging, like the one where you say you just turn on the camera and you talk about how you feel. That's bringing up self-awareness. Okay, what am I going through? How am I feeling? Let me get it out. Then you have space from it. Then it becomes not you. Then you get to observe it. And then you get to decide, do I want to keep this or not, right? Because ultimately, we are not our
Yeah.
feelings. We are not our thoughts. These are things that just arise, and we get to choose. Am I going to keep that one, or am I going to toss it? Does this serve me? Yes. Okay, I'll stay with that. Does it make me feel like shit? Goodbye.
Yeah.
So it seems like you're getting that. So with this practice that you're doing, you said, I don't, what did you say? I don't chase anymore? Or you,
I go to the chase
oh,
scene.
the chase scene. You skip ahead to the, like, what's true,
Yeah.
what's real.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you from California?
Yeah.
You guys are so pretty. I'm so sorry. I'm like I'm listening to it, but I'm also like, God, she's so freaking pretty, and
Oh,
it's very frustrating how pretty you are. Because I'm like, are you guys just born like that? Like,
you're so sweet. I think you're gorgeous. You're very pretty. Where are you at again?
Florida,
Florida.
we're artificially pretty.
Artificially pretty.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, get out of here. No. Inside and out. Oh, thanks, Nairi. But yeah, isn't she gorgeous? Your light is so gorgeous. And I think people become prettier when they know the truth about who they are and that they are beautiful here and that that's what counts. And then it radiates out. So that's why it doesn't matter what size you are. It doesn't matter like what's going on with your hair. You know what I'm saying? People will see your beauty when you've cultivated it here first.
Yeah,
Because I didn't think,
I do.
like, I grew up, I never thought I was pretty. I thought I was like an ugly duckling. Like, I didn't have the kind of parents that nurtured that. No one told me I was pretty ever growing up. And only recently have I gotten awesome compliments like that. I'm like, thank you. You know, but now it's like I try. Like, I do the hair, I do the makeup, I take care of myself. So, but yeah, it is a thing, right? It's a cultivation thing. Sorry. We always have stages. You just want to 5 minutes.
Salem.
This is Brutus. Hi. Hi.
Hi, Brutus.
Okay, thank you. But yeah, so what's up, Jelani? Jelani in the house. So yes, I'm from Northern California. I live in LA. Yeah. What did Nairi say? I just sent you a DM and it's before this topic even came up right now. Oh, so we might be in alignment, right? Yeah.
This is their sign.
There's something going on here. But I love, okay, so let's get back to, I love this awareness that you've cultivated for yourself. And in talking about relationships, so it's New Year's, right? Okay, we're all setting our intentions and stuff. And I've done this often because, like, I came from a bad breakup, my divorce back in 2017. And that's where I had enough tools and enough awareness to be like, okay, I'm not repeating the pattern, right? I am not doing that one again. And so I was very mindful of taking time before I jumped into the next relationship because my past pattern had been be with a guy 2.5, 3 years, break up, get right back into the next one. Lose myself, do all the codependent stuff, and then boom, 2.5, 3 years next, and then jump right in. So it's like you never have time to live for yourself, figure out yourself. So this last time I was like, no, I'm going to heal first. And then I'll see about dating. But it took like 7 months before I even thought about dating again. But my point of bringing this up is be intentional with what you're looking for. So now you have this awareness. Okay, I've been going after this facade, basically, right? He looks good on the outside, but let's see, are there some questions I can ask in the beginning to filter that process out? And I love watching MJ Harris is really good for that. He had a video last New Year's that he put out. And he's like, all right, ladies, we're doing it different this year. And he had like all these really good questions to ask yourself or to ask the dude before you even get to past the third date. But anyway, be intentional. And then also write down the list of what you want, right? And yes, we can put in all the topical stuff. Yeah, he looks good. He's great, blah, 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 athletic, la, 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 la. But then it would behoove us to say, what morals does this person have? What, what are they about?
Yeah.
Like, what do they like? Like all the other stuff too. But we have to become that. And it makes so much more sense to me now when people say you need to be that which you want to attract. And so I always ask myself, do I love myself? Am I athletic? Am I taking good care of myself? Am I doing all the things? Yes, cool. Then I can absolutely have that and start to align with that and start to call that in. And it's all possible. But it's getting very specific, intentional, and then you take your hands off of it too. Because you don't want to cling and I got to have this guy like this. He's got to be perfect. I trust God for that.
Yeah.
Do you believe in God?
How long were you married for?
10 years. 10 years.
Wow.
Yeah. So it was a long one. So that was another realization. I was at church because I used to work in the parking lot as part of the staff. I wanted to meet everybody, so I was in the parking lot. And one of the practitioners, he worked with me. And I said to him, he was like the first one I opened up about it. And I said, you know what? This does not have to take a long time to get over. Like, I know the time it takes me to get over a 3-year relationship. Why does a 10-year relationship have to be so big and crazy? I was like, no. But that's why I focused on healing myself first, doing the forgiveness work, doing the prayer work. And then of course it worked out. It just did. Yeah. I wasn't willing to let it disrupt my whole life forever and ever. Yeah.
Yeah. That's very admirable. Sorry.
Thank you.
I can never say, I can't say certain words.
I do that too.
Admirable. Geez, thank you.
Certain words, I get caught. I'm like, So what did Nairi say? And for me, really paying attention to how I feel. What do you mean, Nairi? How you feel in relationships when you meet a guy? Because I feel like the more work I've done, I get a feeling. It is a sense feeling. And I see things I pick up on things without even having to be told. You know what I mean? It's a vibe. Like people call it.
Yeah. Do you think that's like, I've been feeling that lately because God. I've been feeling that, but I'm like, am I just being judgmental? Like, am I being skeptical, or should I follow that feeling?
That's a great question. So,
because like overall, the goal is to always not get murdered every time.
Yes.
Like that's always the goal. Every time I go, I'm like, okay, is he gonna kill me? Yes or no?
No. Okay. How about we reframe that to how good can this be? I think your intuition is strong enough, and look, the work that you've been doing, I think is strong enough that you will know you won't even be put in that situation that's the problem. You know what I mean? So. You won't even be led to that. So I'd be like, okay, how good can this get? What amazing things can come from this date? Yeah, that's interesting. Sorry, now I'm being distracted by Nairi's thing, but you said something else I wanted to touch on. Oh, so how do you know? Is this ego? Is this my intuition? Is this my angels? I was going to ask you, do you mind, what's your understanding of a higher power?
Do I believe in God? Is that your question?
Yeah, or would you call a God? Is there a higher power for you?
I don't know if I believe in God anymore yet or not. I'm still trying to figure that out. Mm-hmm.
Is it spirit, universal intelligence? Do you believe in angels and guides?
I believe in science.
Okay.
I believe in history.
Okay, cool. You should check out Joe Dispenza because he proves.
I know Joe Dispenza,
right?
Yeah.
In quantum physics, like it really proves a higher intelligence.
Yeah.
You don't have to call that God, but it's something that you can work with and empower yourself with. So that being said, that's how I'm trying to see, like, when you have that thought that comes up or that feeling or that sense knowing, to be able to like, okay, is that ego? Is that fear? What is that? Or is it just guidance? My higher self. It's just your higher self, right? Your inner guide. And so for me, I always ask, like, is it light or is it heavy? If it's heavy, it feels like that's just something else. If it's light and free, like I always ask myself this question, and I got this from my minister. He was like, if you're having a hard time making a decision, just ask yourself, will this make me more free? And for him,
Wow.
he always goes for the freedom. And for me, that's what I do as well. If I choose this, will it make me more free? And not hurt anybody, of
Yeah.
course. But that's what I want to go for. I want to go for the light energy. I want to go for the loving feel. If it's dark and heavy, I'm going to take notice. If it feels scary, then it's like, okay, that sounds like something else that I need to take note, but not necessarily disregard. Because I feel like everything's always pointing you back to your truth. You just got to figure out, what does that look like, right? Let's see. Does that resonate?
It does, for sure.
Cool. I'm just going to look at what Nairi said here. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Sorry. They commented something.
He says, yes, I like I might idealize him, put him on a pedestal, and don't really pay enough attention to how he truly makes me feel. As in, I get lost in the person instead of staying grounded in myself. If I'm grounded, and I can better see what my real needs are and my actual needs are being met. Yeah. So I feel like as... Is it almost time? Is it time?
Sorry, no, you're fine. Sorry.
So, what she's saying, I think a lot of people too make up stories, right? When we meet someone we like,
or you tell yourself.
Yeah, we start creating this whole story around them. And you're like, oh, Paul Bunyan, yes, perfect.
Yeah, oh, Paul Bunyan, yes.
And then you're missing all the flags.
It's so funny.
That was yours. You brought that up. But yeah,
it's true. Yeah, the story you tell yourself is very, very important. I'm starting to. I guess I'll use this as practice. Okay, whatever. I'm just gonna do it. Whatever. Screw the consequences. So I've been wanting to make a video about toxic positivity, right? Because I have so much anger towards my ex, and not only as him as a person, but everyone else who gave me advice about him. Everyone else telling me, be patient. He's just being a man. Da-da-da, you know? And it was all the positivity people telling me this. And I'm like, I think that at some point we have to be practical, because at some point we're going to give advice to someone that's literally detrimental to not only their physical health, no, mental, which leads to physical health. Yeah. You know? Like, the trauma, we don't take responsibility for the trauma that we're doing to people, because this is free. You know?
That's the thing. I try to never give people advice. Why? Why would I tell you to do what I would do? That's not going to serve you. You know, and so in my coaching, it's all about asking powerful questions to lead you to your truth. Even like, that's why I asked you about your understanding of a higher power. I don't want to give you my God. You know what I mean? I want you to feel comfortable and believe in what you believe, and empowering yourself in ways that empower you. You know, so especially when I'm working with clients, it's like, okay, how do you feel? What are you getting from this? Like, what is your soul trying to tell you? And that's what I love about working with practitioners, spiritual practitioners, because they just show you what's living inside of you. They're not trying to fix or wrangle or tell you what to do. It's helping you see what your soul truly wants for you. But you know, the anger thing, I got you on that. I have a hard time expressing anger and fully processing it. So that's been my my gift to myself recently, is letting myself fully feel all the way through any bouts of frustration, because it usually starts with frustration. Now I can see the triggers. I can see like where it's coming. I'll hit frustration, and then I get angry, and then that's where I try to push it down with prayer. But it's like, no, fucking feel that shit 100%. So that it can move out. Because if I don't feel it 100%, it's going to live somewhere right here. So I take note. There he is again. All right. He's like, I can feel
You're
it.
like Sabrina the Teenage Witch.
Yes. I know he makes me so witchy. Because if you saw my
No, I love it. I love it.
if you saw my crystals and on my sage, you'd be like, oh my God, she's a witch. but
I love it. No, I love it.
but my point is yeah, learning to process that anger. It's something I've been aware of, but I haven't been processing it. So I gotta let it out. So that's when I mentioned tapping. EFT tapping is you tap on these meridian points, and there's tons of great videos all over YouTube. I like Brad Yates and Margaret Lynch. Even Gabby Bernstein, she was the first one who taught me about that. But it's a great way to move energy out of your body, move those feelings out of your body. And then I start to pour in the positive, and then I pour in the prayer. And I use prayer. Not everybody does, but that's the way I like to do it. Yeah.
I fight.
You fight?
Yeah.
She's like, I just talk shit. You just call them up and be like, motherfucker.
No, I do jujitsu.
Oh, that's great. Yeah.
Yeah. No, it's not great. It's not great.
Why?
Because I'll meet guys that are like, I don't want to date you because you're going to beat my butt. And I'm like, I'm not going to. But like, if you give me a reason to, I will.
So it's good because you're there processing your anger, but it's bad because when you tell dudes you do that, they get scared.
Very scared. 100% of the time. 1,000% of the time.
It's so interesting that you bring that up. I feel like, not in the same way, but I feel like I see people, and I feel like for men to come to me, and they see obviously my Instagram, that it takes a certain kind of dude to be like, wow, I can handle a person like that. I can be myself. I can be real in all my flaws and mistakes. You don't have to be a saint to kick it with me, you know? So sometimes we think that there's a part of us that's going to scare someone away, but we can't hide. You know, that's you. That shit's working for you. Own that. And then the right guy who doesn't look like Paul Bunyan, but the right guy is going to come because he can handle that. He's going to appreciate that.
It's not working so far.
Yeah.
You're so fun. I like you a lot.
Oh.
I mean, I already knew I was gonna like you from your lives and your posts, but it's nice to see that you are genuinely who you portray yourself as.
That's all I can do. That's all I can do, and that's always been my prayer too. Like, I really had a huge reawakening in like 2014. I've always been doing this work actually for a while, since 2000. Ooh, I'm gonna age myself. 2003. But 2014 is when it got really serious for me. And my prayer, that's why I gave it all over to God, the universe, spirit. Like I said, okay, these are the things that I'm good at. This is what I like to do. You know what I'm good at. You know why I'm here. So let's figure it out and let's go. And since then, I've let myself be guided. But I always ask, what's up, Ayana? I always ask to stay in alignment with that love and that light. I only want to work for the highest and best of all people, right?
Yeah.
So that's why I, really just let me be the truth. Let me be love. Let me be that which I'm supposed to be. But I'm human still. I'm still human. I'm judgmental. I criticize sometimes. I get stuck in fear sometimes too. And so it's work, but that's why we have our practices, right? That's why you meditate every day, and that work is working for you. And that's like me. When I found that and it was working, I stuck with it because I'm determined to not keep repeating my past. I'm always looking for a new experience, right?
Yes, that's exactly it.
Son,
you're so cool.
You're so cool. Game recognized, game. Okay.
Game recognized, in a good way.
Yes. So I'm just so grateful that you decided to come on my show. Thank you for sharing your sweetness, your smile, your energy. It's so bright, so energetic, and I'm just so excited to see what else you got coming.
I'm excited to see what else you have coming next.
Yes, thank you.
Take over California in a good way. How is it going over there right now?
Supposedly the story is LA's really bad.
That's the story that they're telling us.
It's getting worse, and for me it's an opportunity to pray. And there's a certain level of like you're not gonna be in denial that stuff's going on, but you also don't have to give into it and let it take you down. Because you could be like, oh God, it's
Mhm.
crazy here. Oh my God, am I gonna get sick next? Da, da, da. And that's something I really had to work with in the last 2 days, especially because I felt myself getting tired. I felt
Yeah.
myself getting stuffy nose. I was like, oh, it's all bad. And I've been
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
so it's like, no, let me remember my truth of who I am and what I do. And then let me remember the truth about everybody else, right? Like, even though it's out picturing kind of bad, that's not the truth. Like, the ultimate truth is we are all perfect divine beings and that we're all doing what we're supposed to be doing in the exact time. And that I have to know that love is at the center of every single being, every single situation. And so, as bad as it looks, I know that there's a greater truth to be revealed through all of that.
That's so interesting that you say that. Because when I was at the gym today, I was listening to a video about hope and love. And you can't make up, like I said, right now, present tense, I believe in science and history. And I believe in the patterns, right? And the pattern so far is showing that consistently love always wins. So why don't we believe that?
Yes, 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 yes. That's yes. I'm right there with you, you know, and I think that's the work of just coming back to that. That was the message that came to me earlier today too. That that's interesting that you
Wow.
say that. I kept hearing that love wins. Love wins. But then I also did that Joe Dispenza meditation. I think he says that love heals all. And that's really what I discovered in 2014, that yes, love heals all. And how do I get to heal? Forgiveness, releasing stuff that does not serve me, sending love out to others heals me because it boomerangs back. So as we give, we do receive. And so it's always been about love for me. And I know that I use the word God a lot because I come from a Christian background.
Same.
But it's God, it's love, it's light, it's Allah, it's Buddha, it's Vaheguru, it's that ultimate infinite power of intelligence that is running in and through all, and is actually a pattern that you can see in
Yeah.
nature. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like with mythology, like they're all different stories, but they all have the same message. So like, why don't we pay attention to that? It doesn't matter what you call it; it's all the same message.
Yeah.
You know, like believe in what you believe in. Just pay attention to what they're trying to tell you how to treat other people.
Yes, yes. You just reminded me of Joseph Campbell. He's a big one, right? Who studied all the different myths throughout all time, and there's a really great documentary on his life. It's called Finding Joe. But again, he wasn't saying it's God.
Oh my God,
What? Did you see it?
that's been on my suggestions for the past 4 months.
Finding Joe.
Okay, I'll watch it.
And then let's come back on it and talk about it. We'll have another
I'll
episode.
watch it. I'll watch it. I promise I'll watch it now.
Yeah, let me know. Because it's exactly what you're talking
Wow,
about.
that's so weird. Okay, I believe in this.
He's all
I
about the
believe it.
patterns. He's all about the patterns, and he shows you exactly what that is.
Oh, I feel so weird right now. God, I feel so weird. God, I feel so strange right now. Wow.
That's called an
Okay.
That's called an intuitive hit right now. That's called alignment.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Thank you so much for having me on, Missy. Geez, you're so cool. I do think it's because you're from California though. So
Well, I love all y'all in Florida. I got some clients out there too.
no one likes us in Florida.
Oh,
No one's following any of the rules here.
hey, you
God.
got gyms. You got open gyms. That's exciting.
Today there were so many people at the gym today. I'm like, yo, none of you guys gonna be here like by March. Like the new year, new me things. Like you guys are gonna be here by March. But
Okay, we send them love anyway.
sending you love. Thank you so much, Missy. I appreciate
I
you.
love you. Thank you for coming on here, and I can't wait to hear from you again.
I'm gonna watch Finding Joe this week.
Awesome.
Yes.
Awesome. Yay. All right, love. Take care. Have a beautiful day.
Bye.
Bye. OMG, was that fun, you guys? What a great conversation. I love you. Thank you for tuning in. If you have any questions about metaphysics, prayer, meditation, how to reset for the new year, pop in my DMs. leave a comment here after I repost it, and I'm happy to help you guys. I'm here to serve. That's it. I love you. Take care. Bye.